Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. I've got another beginner mat workout for you as we continue to celebrate March Madness with the Pilates community. Before we get started, real quick, pause this video and like it and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. You may want a foam roller or a small exercise ball for one of the exercises coming up soon. Have a seat on your mat, sitting cross-legged if that's comfortable for your hips. Move your flesh around to be able to sit tall on your sits bones. Inhale and reach your arms apart. Exhale, side bend to the right, placing your right hand on the floor. Inhale, rise up, and exhale over to the other side. Keep the head in line with your spine and the shoulders away from your ears as you stretch.
Quiet voices in the night.
One more to each side.
A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk.
Come to your hands and knees for cat-cow. Hands directly in line with your shoulders, knees directly in line with your hips. Inhale as you lower your belly towards the floor, lifting your head and tail. Exhale as you tuck your head and tail, pressing your spine to the sky. Continue to inhale and exhale as you sequentially move through the spine.
Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. There's no one left but you and me.
Press back into a child's pose to stretch. Lie on your right side for a chest opening stretch and spinal twist. I'm using my foam roller with my top leg resting on the roller, bottom leg straight down beneath me. Rest your head on the mat, or you can use a pillow or a block. Hands are stacked. Inhale as you reach your top arm back behind you and twist, keeping your top leg pressed into the roller. Exhale as you bend your arm and slowly return, reaching the hand beyond the length of your bottom hand. Twist to the back of your room, keeping that knee and leg pressed downward, and then return the arm beyond the length of the other arm. Continue.
Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed. I get the wine and the corkscrew. You don't have to do one single thing. You don't know how much I want you. Just looking at
Switch sides. I should note that if you don't have a foam roller, you can just keep your knees bent in front of you in a chair position and stacked.
up, yeah.
Drag the top arm across your chest and reach it back behind you as you unfold it. Take a big inhale as you do this stretch. Then you'll exhale, bend the elbow, and drag the arm along the other arm until you pass the bottom hand to stretch and open up the shoulder blade area. Relax your head and neck as you rotate the spine back and forth, remembering to keep your top knee pressing downward so that your pelvis doesn't turn backwards when you do.
I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon. Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed.
For the shoulder bridge series, you'll want a ball or the foam roller beneath your pelvis. So lie down on your back and then place your hips up on the foam roller, or again, a small exercise ball. If you're using the roller, your hands will probably rest on it to protect it from shooting out from behind you. From here, extend your legs up to the ceiling, toes pointed. Make sure your hips can stay comfortable on the roller. Lower your right leg down towards the floor as your left leg comes overhead. Pulse the legs, then bring them together to the ceiling and switch. Scissoring the legs, relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders. If you find it difficult to breathe deep because your hips are elevated, have your eyes look back behind you to keep your throat open.
Won't you come and say by chance, don't you want me? A man who fully understands a sailor's heart, a sailor's heart.
At the top, transition into bicycle, bending one knee as the other leg extends out and drags on the floor towards you. Inhaling and exhaling as you bicycle the legs, trying to touch the floor with your foot if possible. Reverse direction. Flex the feet when you do this direction. You may not reach the floor, and that's fine. Just get good extension of that leg as it reaches out and up.
Come and run away with me.
Place your left foot on the floor. Right toes are pointed to the sky. Lower your right leg down towards the mat, then lift it back up with a flexed foot. Point the toes on the way down, flex the foot on the way up. Maintain some pressure in your foot that's on the floor and keep your hips level on the roller. Reverse. Flex the foot on the way down, point the toes on the way up. Inhaling down, exhaling up.
Hey, won't you come, won't you come?
Place your ankle over your left thigh to stretch through your outer hip. Take some big, deep breaths here as you relax into the stretch.
So I say,
Switch legs. Place your right foot on the floor, extend your left leg up to the sky. Pointed toe as you lower the leg down, flex the foot as you lift up. Inhale down, exhale up.
man who fully understands a sailor's heart.
Reverse. Flex the foot on the way down, point the toes on the way up. Lower your ankle over your right thigh and stretch the left outer hip.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told.
Take the roller out from underneath you and come to a seated position with legs straight out in front of you, feet flexed, legs together.
Glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so.
Place your hands behind your head, elbows wide apart. Inhale to prepare, then exhale, twist to the right, 2, 3, and back to center. Then left, 2, 3, and center. Press your head into your hands more than your hands are pressing into your head to keep that tall, lifted position.
Nothing was changing, but with you it's so clear. And now that you're here, I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together.
Bend forward over your legs to stretch your back. Nod your head yes and no to relax your neck.
Wanna try forever, and I feel so free. Oh, my sweet baby.
Lie on your right side, head resting on your arm. Your spine should be towards the back edge of your mat, and your legs are angled towards the front edge of your mat.
And I think to myself, and I'm thinking out loud, we won't need nothing else for the rest of our time.
Lift your top leg to hip height. Flex your foot as you swing the leg forward, pulse, pulse, then point it towards the back, pulse, pulse. Flex forward, point back, keeping your foot at hip height the entire time. Inhaling and exhaling.
You're making me wanna try forever, and I feel so free. Oh, my sweet baby.
Lower the leg down. Leg pull down. Externally rotate your top leg, toes pointed, lift the leg up, flex the foot, turn parallel and lower down. Turn out, point up, turn parallel, lower down. Inhale the leg up, exhale, flex and lower. Continue.
Hey, I heard you got a new best friend.
Reverse. Flex and lift the leg up in a parallel position, turn out and point down. Flex, parallel lift, turn out, point down. Inhale up, exhale down. Continue.
If I'm unable to make you happy, then it's for the better that you are not with me. That's why
Keep your legs squeezed together for banana. Inhale, lift your legs up and hold for a split second. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Make sure you don't roll backwards off of your bottom hip.
without you, but right now I don't know what to do. It's hard to get over. You chose someone else, a new best friend. It doesn't feel like it was long ago.
Hot potato. Take your top leg up and over the bottom one to the front and the back with your foot flexed and toes pointed downward. Inhaling and exhaling.
Realize what was wrong with me. I can't deny I took you for granted.
And rest your leg down. Let's go to the other side.
That's why
Lay on your left side with your spine towards the back of your mat and your legs angled forward so the feet are towards the front corner of your mat. Rest your head down on your bottom arm. Legs are stacked. For side kick, flex the foot and lift the leg off of the other one, swing it forward. Pulse, pulse, then point the toe as you bring your leg back, pulse, pulse. Your leg should stay at hip height the entire time. Lower your leg down. Externally rotate your leg and point your toes. Lift the leg up, flex the foot, turn it parallel and lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down.
doesn't matter that you're with someone else. That's why I wrote you a letter, 'cause you see, I write so much better, and
reverse, flex up, point down. Turned parallel, turned out. Inhale, exhale.
It's hard to get over. You chose someone else, best friend.
Squeeze your legs tight together and lift them up for banana. Inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down.
Tears misting in her emerald eyes, as everyone was
And lower down for hot potato. Top foot taps up and over the bottom leg, inhaling and exhaling. The toes are pointed down and foot is slightly flexed.
down her face, down her face. Try to let it go.
Come to a seated position for can-can. Sitting behind your sit bones with hands resting on the floor behind you, wide apart, fingers facing away from you. Bend your knees, tippy toes on the ground. Tilt your knees to the right, the left, then the right, and extend and bend them. To the left, to the right, to the left, extend, bend. Keep your neck relaxed, shoulders low, and abs drawn in. Inhaling and exhaling.
So lightly that it would be caught in a breeze. She whispered words not meant to be heard. She started to shiver, though she didn't freeze.
Stretch forward over either your bent or straight legs and relax your head, neck, shoulders, and back. Sit back in the same position you were just in, although I'm choosing to be down on my forearms or elbows for hip circles. Keeping your legs squeezed together, extend them to the sky. Circle the legs down, around, and up, and then reverse direction at the top every time. Imagine tracing the shape of a teardrop, keeping your toes tight together. Inhaling and exhaling. This can also be done with bent knees as I'm demonstrating.
Try to let it go. Try to let it fall, to let it back,
Lengthen your legs on the floor and reach toward your toes and stretch.
to let it go. High.
Face the long edge of your mat for side lift. Resting down on your left forearm, knees are bent, legs are stacked. Inhale, lift your hips up off the floor. Exhale, lower them down with control. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you lower down. The bent knee position is a beginner version. To make this more challenging, you can do this with straight legs.
Sailors passing on the street, are you ready for peace? Ships are filling up fast, are you ready for ease?
Switch to the other side, resting on your right forearm, knees bent and stacked. Inhale as you lift your hips up. Exhale as you lower them down.
Those hurting knees behind. Birds are filling up the sky, are you willing to try? Right. Sing along as they hum and be fulfilled. Oh.
Lie prone for swimming prep.
Under the sun, pack your finest.
Once you're down on your abdomen, rest your forehead on your hands, elbows wide apart, and your legs are slightly apart. Rock your hips side to side to relax your pelvis and low back. Flex your feet and place them on the mat as though you're going to stand up on your toes. Then lift your kneecaps off the floor and lower them back down, bending and straightening both knees, keeping your feet on the floor, making sure not to arch your low back. Pick your kneecaps up from your glute muscles where your thighs meet your buns. This time, keep your kneecaps off the floor and point your right foot off the floor. Flex it back down, then the left foot. Try not to lift your leg any higher than it already is with the knees off of the mat, and just point and flex the ankles alternating, squeezing your glute muscles to protect your low back.
Sun, pack your finest suit.
Rest your kneecaps down for just a moment and wiggle your hips side to side to alleviate any potential back strain. Straighten those knees once again and keep them lifted as you point both feet in the air. Then flex them down. Point and flex. Use those glute muscles to hold your legs up for that split second.
'Cause nothing can hold us back. Oh, nothing can take.
This time, keep the feet pointed and flutter kick your legs up and down as though you're swimming. If you'd like a bigger challenge, lift your head and your arms off of the floor, keeping your head and hands attached. Breathing in and out. Rest down. Go ahead and press back into a child's pose to stretch your low back.
Yes, we will keep it steady. We will be the confetti. And if we fail, we just reboot.
Lie down on your right side for feel-good arm circles. Your head can be on a ball, a block, the foam roller, or even the floor. Legs are bent and stacked, hips and shoulders are stacked, and arms are reaching out in front of you, stacked. Take your top arm and circle it overhead, back around behind you, down towards your hip, and on top of the other arm again. Inhale as you circle the arm up and overhead, down, around, and back. Try to have your eyes follow your hand as it circles around.
Can tell where we should go. Oh, it's coming. We thought we had it. That truth about our common soul.
Reverse the direction of your arm circles. Make sure your hips stay stacked even when the arm is reaching back behind you.
Inside the ocean, we knew what we had become, defying our own emotion, pretending land was our own. We couldn't embrace the notion that we were meant for something more, something beautiful, something beautiful.
Turn on to your other side.
At this moment, it's time to tell where we should go. But how can I be?
Circle the arm up and overhead, back behind you, down to your hip, and return it above the other arm. Inhale as you circle it around. Exhale as you return, keeping your hips stacked and your head relaxed down.
As soon as we saw the ocean, we knew what we had become, defying our own.
Reverse the direction of your circles. Do this 4 times.
Couldn't embrace the notion that we were meant
something more, something beautiful, something beautiful. As soon as we saw the ocean, we knew what we had become, defying our own emotions.
Roll to your back and hug your knees in towards you, rock side to massage out your low back.
That we were meant for something.
Now place your feet wide on your mat, knees bent, for knee sways. Drop your knees to the right, head to the left, and stay there for several breaths to stretch. Drop the knees to the left, look to the right, and stay here for several breaths to finish. I hope you enjoyed today's workout, and I'll see you in the next video.